Yeah, check. That comes on automatic. Camera's on. If it's right there to come on automatically, it should come on. But we're not seeing ourselves. So I don't know if it's oh, that's normal. That's what it is.
I got time. You could get it.
Yeah, okay.
I do.
Tyler, Tyler, Ty Boulay, say something loud.
The camera's resetting.
Oh, I just heard you. Did you just talk to me?
Hello, Lisa.
No, but the camera's resetting.
Oh, it's landing, okay. I just heard him. There, yeah. So it's landing. The sound is working.
Parle en place, ouais.
He says all.
Moniteur.
It's gonna just. It's just.
Lights on. It set itself. C'est la vie. Yeah, well, she contacted me. But I don't know how it functions. Should. He has a
So right now there's just the black
he
screen.
has a remote, he can fix it. But from home is not working because they can't get a hold of it.
Did you hear at one point where it was like, okay, so it's lagging, so the sound is working forward, don't do
Oh,
it.
the sound,
There's sound but no video.
sound.
Like Aaron heard me when I said Ty. So it's video, but did you just see like a little, like a, you see it in the dark, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I see it, yeah.
Well,
You're seeing ours.
this is not the first time.
Anyway, we're gonna start, we're just gonna do it audio only.
Many.
Because like the light on the camera's on,
But
like we can't
he should
put it in.
know that.
If it happens to stop, we'll keep the sound.
Or it should be on
Okay.
Yeah, makes sense.
I mean, that's all we can do.
Julia.
Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Bonsoir, tout le monde. Welcome to this January meeting, 19 of January meeting, public meeting. Bienvenue à notre réunion publique du 19 janvier. Just to inform you that the live stream, the video is not working, but the audio is working. We have problem with the line. I want to mention you must have seen in a few the last meeting that we don't have any more committee meeting, but the committee's meeting is between our public meeting, and that's where the debate is, and that's where the motion is done and everything is done during the public meeting. Okay, I'm going to ask you please no talking during the meeting, and to close your phone, no recording, and there'll be a question period at the end of the meeting. Okay. Call after the meeting. Okay.
No, but it's pertaining to the recording.
Yeah.
Because machine is not fixed, then someone in the audience should be able to take what's going on, because not everybody can hear just the voice. I'm the person that likes to see the face and the action and your body language. And right now they can't see it, so I'm just wondering, it's not fair, because that machine is not working. There's always issues with it. I mean, you should repair it or get a new one.
Yeah, we try to get call the technician, and he's not around.
But it should have been,
Yeah, we've been trying to fix it. We can't.
but it should have been fixed like a half an hour ago, just to
Yep.
make sure.
Just to,
Yep.
for the last hour, we've been trying to get a hold of the technician. Like, we've been trying and trying and trying. So the audio is working, but like I said, there's audio, there's no video. But we've been trying to get a hold of the technician. There's been no answer. So we've tried our best.
Okay, we'll call the meeting to order. We'll start with reconnaissance territoriale. I'll ask Councillor Good to read it in French.
Nous voulons d'abord reconnaître que le territoire sur lequel nous vivons est une terre non cédée du peuple Micmac. Le maire, le conseil et le personnel de Baie-des-Arons reconnaissent et respectent les aînés et les descendants passés et présents de cette terre. Nous vous souhaitons de la bienvenue à tous aujourd'hui, alors que nous efforçons de développer des relations plus étroites avec des membres de notre communauté.
Thank you, Cynthia. I'll ask you to read it in English, Lisa.
We would like to begin by acknowledging that the land on which we live is the traditional unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people. The mayor, council, and staff of Heron Bay acknowledge and pay respect to the elders and descendants, past and present, of this land. We welcome you all today as we strive to develop closer relationships with the Indigenous people in our community.
Thank you, Lisa. Approval of the agenda. If council is in agreement, we would like to add le budget d'eau et d'égout, the budget for water and sewer, and also the electrical budget. We'll add that at the end, just before the adjournment. If it's okay with the council, you're okay? Okay. Adoption of the minute of a regular public meeting December 15 and a special meeting December 29. We need a motion. Okay. It's been moved by Councillor Cynthia Good. Do we have a seconder? Est-ce qu'on a un secondeur? Secondé par conseiller Lee Walsh. Question? Tout le monde en faveur des oui? Contre non, c'est adopté. Conflit d'intérêt, conflict of interest, if there is any, we have to declare it now. Delegation, petition, and presentation. We have Jesse Ackerley from the Restigouche Service Commission here. He's going to do a presentation on the off-road rescue unit. Monsieur Jesse Ackerley de la Commission Restigouche va nous faire une présentation sur l'unité de secours hors-route.
So thank you to Council to allow me to do this presentation. I'm used to do these presentations where there is translation available. So presentation is in English. Usually we have translation in French. So if you guys have questions, I'll answer them either in French or in English. I'll do a slide in French here and there. So thank you again. My name is Jesse Ackerley. I'm a corporate communication officer with the Regional Service Commission. Next page, please. So a little bit about the Regional Service Commission. So basically following up an action plan that was unveiled in 2011 for a new system of local governance in New Brunswick. 12 Regional Service Commission were actually created in 2013 pursuing to the Regional Service Delivery Act. Since the introduction of the new Regional Service Delivery model, communities can now work together by sharing certain services common like planning, solid waste, and also economic development. So we've seen with the agency's enterprise network, so they were rebranded with the RSC. And then with the local governance reform of 2023, several new mandates were added to the two initial services, which was planning and solid waste. So we did get those new mandates, which were tourism promotion, community development. We have regional transportation, economic development, recreational infrastructure cost sharing, and also a public safety committee. So when we talk about a public safety view, the Off-Road Rescue Unit, this is basically a regional unit that we have at the RSC. So we've been working on this project for quite a while now. And with the reform, actually it came with the reform. One of the tasks was to publish a 5-year regional strategy. In the public safety section, one of those actions identify is the need for an off-road rescue unit. So the need itself was made clear following an incident that happened right here in Dalhousie in 2020. Where local fire department, Ambulance New Brunswick, and RCMP attended an accident where there was confusion about whose responsibility it was to rescue that victim in an off-road snowmobile accident. Several other snowmobile accidents happened in our territory. Long wait time before emergency services arrive to the scene is always a public safety concern. And having access to the equipment will allow actually the rescuers to get to the victim with the necessary resources and transportation equipment in a timely manner. Donc l'unité de secours en route comprend une motoneige, une remorque et bien sûr une snowambulance. On a également certains items là, pour la snowambulance et également pour la remorque. Next slide, please. So in the snowambulance, we have, well, actually in the unit, we have a snowmobile. It's a 2024 Ski-Doo Expedition LE 900 Ace. So basically, without the snowmobile, it would be difficult to do a off-road rescue. Why the Expedition? Well, it's the best in its category for off-road trails. Powerful motor, low speed, wide track. For more traction, and the machine is the best to haul the snowmobiles with all the equipment and staff to assist to the scene. The snowmobile is a 2-seater. We have the Snowbalance Deluxe. So basically, Snowbalance is a enclosed heated trailer that is capable to transport one person and one patient. Unit is provided with a heater, outside and interior lights, and an off-road suspension for patient comfort. Back door to enter the patient on a backboard, and side door to enter the paramedic or the firefighter that will be doing the rescue itself. The unit also comes with a convertible skis to wheel for off-road rescue in the summertime with an ATV. So this unit, like I said, we have an upgraded suspension to the unit. So basically, it's a little bit more comfortable for the patient that is actually riding in the back of the unit. Donc, dans l'unité, nous avons aussi une remorque faite sur mesure de 29 pieds. Donc, c'est un Vinos qu'on appelle communément. Donc, vraiment, c'est une unité qui est un drive-in, drive-out. Donc, on rentre par l'arrière, on peut sortir par l'avant ou vice-versa. Donc, on rentre par l'avant et on sort vers l'arrière. So, basically, the extended Vinos gives more space to enter in the front. Also, we have installed a rack to store helmets and snowsuits and more. The unit fully LED gives an opportunity to create a command center inside the trailer. So with the maps of the region, back roads, snowmobile trails, it's handy when the unit is out and doing a rescue. Trailer is also equipped with a generator, so it will provide secure environment with exterior LED spotlights to fully illuminate the scene, and it gives access to electronic device or equipment right on site if needed. So if we talk about the items that we have inside that off-road rescue unit, so we have basically all the items that is needed to do the rescue and to secure a person. Ambulance of Brunswick did provide all the oxygen systems and related, backboard stretchers, rope hooks, generators, heat warmers for hands and feet, helmets, knives, and all other related to the unit is provided either by the Regional Service Commission and the Hamilton Fire Department. New Brunswick DNR, NBEMO, which is the New Brunswick Emergency Measures Organization, also provided items such as TMR radios, maps, and other related items to the unit itself. Donc ici, on peut voir une unité de secours en route de la région de Bathurst. Donc le St. Anne Regional Fire Department, eux ont déjà l'unité qui l'exploite depuis quand même plusieurs années. Donc on peut voir une remorque fermée qui est seulement donc avec une seule entrée, une seule sortie. Donc contrairement à nous qu'on peut rentrer à l'avant, sortir vers l'arrière. So this is the St. Anne Regional Fire Department unit. So basically, instead of having a drive-in, drive-out, they only have one door, so they actually have to back up the unit, and then when they leave, well, they could go forward. In November, end of November, we had a chance to unveil our off-road rescue unit here in Restigouche. So we did the announcement at the Restigouche Snowmobile Club in Glencoe. So you see on the picture on the left, you have the side of the trailer, and on the right, you have actually the snowmobile with the snow balloons attached to it. So I don't have to tell you this, but you probably already know it. Large territory of the Restigouche. It's basically a big territory. It's difficult to cover all the area with one rescue unit. So for now, we're looking to station the unit centrally. Hamilton, which is about 60 minutes away from Kedgwick and 60 minutes away from the eastern point of the RC limit in Nash Creek. So both the southeast and the Kedgwick area are a large wooded area used by snowmobilers, providing trails to the four corners of the province. It's a high-risk area. We're proposing a full unit to be located in Hamilton and a single snowbalance located in the area of Kedgwick. Donc ici, vous avez le territoire de la Commission de services régionaux Restigouche. So here you have actually the territory of the Restigouche Regional Service Commission. So in violet, you have, or purple, basically, you have Kedgwick. Green is the Restigouche Rural District. Blue is Hamilton. Red is Bois-Joli. And then in yellow would be Heron Bay. So basically, we are going all the way up to Nash Creek, I believe all the way up to the Archibald Road, just before the Beldoon. Benjamin, yeah, we go a little bit further than Benjamin River. Yeah, so basically it's the limit of Nash Creek. So Beldoon, technically Jacket River is with Schiller Regional Service Commission, so the line is in Nash Creek. Here you have the snowmobile trail system for northern New Brunswick and then the western part of New Brunswick all the way up to Kedgwick, Saint-Quentin, and then all the way up to Edmundston. So you see there's a lot of snowmobile trails out there. Right here up north, you know, you have all the trails that are going down to the Allen Lake and then are going to the Mount Carleton area. And then the most eastern point, well, you know, it goes towards Bathurst and South Tetagouche. So the operations, the unit is called SPCA 10. Why SPCA? Not to confuse with the SPCA that helps out animal. SP for special unit, CA for Campbellton. So that's why it's called SPCA 10. Is operated by the Campbellton Fire Department. Will be dispatched by 911 when a call involves a snowmobile accident. The municipality in which the accident occurs will be billed by the Campbellton Fire Department for per diem costs, including kilometers traveled and the hourly rate of the firefighters. The Campbellton Fire Department will be responsible for transporting the off-road rescue unit to the scene and return it back to the fire station. So a mutual agreement was actually signed by all municipalities and the rural district in accordance with the Emergency Measure Act Section 81C of the province of New Brunswick. So basically, this section states that municipalities may enter into agreement for the provision of mutual assistance to address emergencies as defined by the Act. There is also an off-road remote rescue service agreement that was signed by all the mayors and all the clerks in the Restigouche RC, and was also signed by Minister Kennedy and a clerk from the province. So this agreement, basically the effective date was January 6, 2026. So for the Kedgwick area, the Campbellton Fire Department will be responding in the municipality for the current season with the help of the Kedgwick Fire Department and the Department of Natural Resources. Without the supplies donated by Ambulance New Brunswick, the Campbellton Fire Department, and also the New Brunswick Emergency Measures Organization, the cost of this project would have been significantly higher than what we actually invested. So we are very grateful for their contribution into this initiative. The RSC will be responsible to cover the cost of insurance and maintenance of this unit, and also the training that is related to this unit. So as far as dispatching, I've touched a little bit on the operations. So basically, 911 call comes in, snowmobile accident. This could be on or off trail. Batters Dispatch Center or the Northwest Dispatch Center, because Kedgwick is with the Northwest Dispatch Center, will immediately notify the Campbellton Fire Department and the other department located in the area of the accident itself. Except where provided otherwise. If the unit is already out on a call and another call comes in, well, there's always plan B. Campbellton will provide its best effort to respond in a timely manner. Keep in mind, this is a unit with a 29-footer trailer that is packed with stuff. You're hauling probably 10, 11, 12,000 pounds to a scene of an accident. You got to get there. You know, you got to get to the station, hop in the truck. Trailer's already hooked up to the truck, but you still need to get at the station, hop on, and leave. Basically, all parties recognize that at some event could impact the service, such as weather condition or other related, like I said, if there's already a call. The primary response will be by the Campbellton Fire Department. So the deployment of the off-road rescue unit to the site of the accident will be deployed by the Campbellton Fire Department and the local fire department. So if this happens in Heron Bay, let's say in the Charlotte section, Charlotte will be responding as well to this snowmobile accident or this ATV accident, or at the scene of the accident itself. Then they will perform the rescue with a team of up to 4 members, which will be assisted by the local responding fire department and or RCMP and Ambulance in Brunswick. And then the return of the off-road rescue unit to either the Campbellton Fire Department or an alternate designated storage site itself. So we talk about a winter off-road rescue. With this unit, we could also do summer off-road rescue. So we bought a conversion kit so we could actually take out the skis and put some wheels. So if there is an accident that happened during the summertime and they need the off-road rescue unit, we have partnered up with the Department of Natural Resources to actually assist with ATVs to the site of the accident. Some of you guys may say, well, why Campbellton? It's always in Campbellton. Yes, it is. And you know why? Because they have full-time firefighters that are there 24/7. It is centrally located between Nash Creek and Kedgwick, and it's a easy up and go. They have the storage, they have the equipment, they have the firefighters, they have the manpower. So basically, that's why it's located in Campbellton. It is central in between Nash Creek and Kedgwick. You know, there are some people that said, well, you know, why don't you park it at the Sugarloaf Park? I do agree. But then again, firefighters have to leave the fire hall, drive to the park, hook it up, and then go to the site of an accident. Same as if we park it in Boisjoli, in Balmoral. You know, they have a sled similar to what we have there. So same thing, you know, you got to get there. You got to pin the trailer up and then leave and go to the site of an accident. So Campbellton is located centrally. Like we said in the presentation, we are looking at implementing a second unit in the Kedgwick area to cover Kedgwick. So basically right now they do have a snowbalance, but they don't have the rest of the equipment, which is the trailer and the snowmobile. They're still taking training also, because this might look like a fun machine, but it requires a lot of training. You need your medical first responder. You need some special training for that. You need to take your off-road rescue training, which is 40 hours. Then your medical first responder, which is another 40 hours. So, you know, you're up to 80 hours right there. And then you have to take your snowmobile training, which is another day of training. And on top of that, you need your incline training, so which is also another few hours of training that's added up. And Campbellton Fire Department already had all those trainings, so that was actually, we've saved a lot of money with that also.
And like you said, Jesse, if it come here in Erin Bay, the fire department from Erin Bay gonna be assisting.
Yeah, so basically how it will work is if it happens in Heron Bay, basically Campbellton Fire Department will be dispatched to the scene. The local fire department, so if it's in Heron Bay, let's say in Heron Bay, Dalhousie, so Dalhousie Fire Department will be responding to that call. The rescue will be performed by the Campbellton Fire Department in assistance with the local fire department. So Dalhousie Fire Department would give a hand out on the call. But Campbellton is fully trained off-road rescue, first medical responders, and incline rescue. So the Campbellton Fire Department will be handling the scene and not the local fire department, but they will be assisting with the rescue itself.
Thank you, Jesse. And, it's a domain that the ambulance people were asking for a long time, and the fire department also. And it's been about 2-3 years we work on that. It's been a long time. And,
project started, so we're in 2026. The project actually started in September of 2023, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so it's been 2 years that we're actually working on this project.
Yeah, and it's a great safety access for the municipality around here, for everywhere.
Yes, and even like I hope the unit doesn't go out. Not because it's a waste of money that's sitting there, but if we do need it, actually it is there. And if it doesn't go out, well, that means that there's no snowmobile accident that's happening, and that means that, you know, there's no life that's at risk. But if there's a life that is at risk, the actual unit might get there faster, and we might save a life, even if it's one life a year. It's one life that we actually saved.
The main thing is like the ambulance have to get to the site, and to get to the site, they need the equipment to go there, and that's the whole idea.
Yeah. If there's any counselors that have questions, don't hesitate to ask them either French
Can
or
I ask one?
English. Yep.
Can our firefighters from the house in Charlotte be trained too? Because what happens if the Campbellton ones, I don't know, just anything happens, they all get sick? You need somebody trained for backup.
So basically, there's 10 firefighters in Campbellton that are trained. I don't believe that all 10 of them will get sick at the same time. But, you know, there's always a backup. DNR is the backup to Campbellton. Again, it's training. It's a lot of money that's involved. At the beginning of this, we actually were looking at numbers. So what if we trained 3 firefighters per brigade? Well, we counted 15 brigades, I think, or 14 or 15 brigades within the RSC limit. So, you know, you take the off-road rescue training, which is about $800 for one person. So you take 3 times 13 for an example. You know, you're still getting it's still lots of money, and that's just one training. And then you need your off-road rescue, you need your medical first responder, your snowmobile training, your incline and ropes training. So DNR already have most of that training, and there's 10 firefighters that are trained at the Campbellton Fire Department. So basically, when we say that there's it's a 4-unit or it's a 4 personnel rescue, the 4 personnel, it could be 2 from Campbellton Fire Department, 1 from Ambulance NB, and 1 from the local fire department. So let's say it happens here, it could be 2 from Campbellton, a paramedic, and then you could have also a local fire department that could assist. But we made sure that to train lots of personnel just to make sure that if, you know, it's only the paid staff, so the paid fire department, they're 4 or 6, I think you're 6. So if there's one that's on vacation, there's always one that's available, and there's always one of them that are on call basically to go in if something happens.
Any more question?
Yeah. Have they done any actual training runs since they put it in operation to get a consistent timeline to see how long it would take?
Yeah.
Based on the furthest point out?
Yes. So basically, they had just done, we announced this at the end of November, and they did their last day of training December 18th or 17th. They're still missing one training, which is the snowmobile training, and they will actually be doing that next week or before the end of the month. And then, you know, they did some training with the unit on site, but that is yet to come in the training. But if there's an 911 call that comes in tonight, they're ready to go.
Any more questions? D'autres questions? Merci, Jesse.
Thank you.
OK. Moving on to statement from council member, exposé des membres. Je vais commencer par moi. Tu veux la faire dessus? Ah, OK. You're next.
Okay. What is blue? Okay.
Nicolas is going to do a presentation for the rezoning of 110 Plaza Boulevard. That's the project for the housing in Darlington Mall.
Yes, good evening, everyone. So this is a reasoning process we have to deal with tonight. The presentation and the request have been in English, so I'm going to present that in English mainly. If you have any question for French or even for my English, please feel free to ask a question in French. I will answer in French, okay? So we're going to go to the presentation tonight. This is the rezoning process. This is mainly a 2-step process. There was a municipal plan amendment before Christmas time that was held here before this municipal council, and tonight this is the the zoning bylaw amendment coming after the municipal plan amendment. So we have a process of rezoning allowing the development of a company producing, staging, and selling modular homes. The facility is located at 112 Boulevard Plaza, which is the former commercial center, Darlington. Okay, so you know where is it. Okay, next slide, please. So this is an aerial picture of the facility. There is 3 lots involved, so you know the building and you know the vicinity. Next slide, please. So this is an extract of the map of the municipal plan. So you can see in blue, that's the, this is the land use for the property in the area. So you know the location, you know the building, you know what's around. You know that there is like a garage facing Darlington Road. There is like veterinarian facility as well. There is self-storage around. There is farmer market, and there is a residential development on Oaks Drive, as well, and some vacant land on the south side as well. So that's basically the development around this new development. This is next to Highway 11, which is convenient for the developer, and one of the reasons is we'd like to locate this facility here. I went on site and took some pictures, so you can see the vet, you can see the house spray gas bar, you can see the former NB Liquors building, and there is like a garage for car dealers, not really in use anymore, but there's a yard at the rear for some storage. Next slide, please. I insist in taking pictures of houses on Hogs Drive. Next to that, and you can see in the corner there's some pictures from Miller Boulevard. This is the municipal plan map, so you can see there's the concerned lot are into the blue color, which correspond to the highway commercial designation. So the designation need to be changed. Actually, this is highway commercial, which is not allowing the intended use. You can see around there's a yellow, so there is like residential designation. Next slide, please. So coming after the municipal plan, this is the zoning bylaw map, which is basically enacting the municipal plan designation. So this is affecting a zone to the lots. So we cannot see really the lot lines here, but this is in blue, dark blue, which is highway commercial as well. Next slide, please. So, as per the municipal plan, if there is an increase in the level activity, if you want to go from commercial, which is actually permitted, to industrial, which will be needed, you need to go through a rezoning process. So that's why we are here tonight. There is some conditions coming with that, and the activities such as transformation, production, or manufacturing are not allowed in commercial designation. So that's why we need to upgrade and change the zone to industrial. Next one, please. So the municipal plan provides some conditions and frame the designation when it comes to industrial. So I've been listed the main one, the one pertaining to the proposal. So if there is a will to expand some industrial activity, this should be conditional to the guaranteed protection of residences on natural environment, the respect of minimal provincial and federal requirements, which we have to do all the time anyway. New industrial development will have to mainly limit noise and added traffic, limit pollution, soil, air, and water. So we'll start a bit afterward. And the rezoning process should consider nuisance and waste and outdoor storage are framed as well. So we're going to include that. Those are the extract from the not the municipal plan, the zoning bylaw. That's the required zone, which is heavy industrial. So you can see, so maybe it's a little bit small in yellow, on sorry, in green. You can see English version. So I've been highlighted the reason why we are moving to that. So we are going to recommend to allow the use permitted in the light industrial, and since the project is a manufacturing industry, including the use of manufacturing, fabricating, and storage, we found out that this is the zone that fit to the project. Additional to that, we will have the zone required to the respect of provincial, federal, municipal, department, or agency requirements, and all outside storage shall have a solid enclosure fence at least 6 feet in height. Next one, please. Those are our zones, definitions from your zoning bylaw. So you can see there is like light industrial use and heavy industrial use. We choose to rezone to heavy industrial mainly because of the lot size. Heavy industrial lots shall occur on lots over 5 acres in area. The actual lot is 22 acres. So that's why we go toward these heavy industrial zones. Next one, please. So we need a rezoning request. So formally we are presenting the request that have been presented to the municipal council. That's signed by the applicant, the form. Next one. There's a location plan that have been provided, so you can see that the building have been highlighted and asphalted areas as well. So the parking lot around that. And the next one, please.
No talking, please.
This is the floor plan that have been provided. So you can see the left side of the building would be next to the indigenous development, where there is like houses, and you can see the houses are going to circulate into the building along the yellow area. Also, it's going to be framed. There is some space for let me check, plumbing, electrical, and interiors. Doors and windows will be assembled in the orange area at the center of the building. And you will see that in green that will be for employees or offices and employees services, and there will be some place for customs as well. So, and the building will be stored indoor into the left side of the building. Next one, please. So this is just some pictures giving an idea how it's going to be processed. You see people are working around metal frames. They are welding, putting them together. At the end of the day, you will have a house that can be unfolded on site. So it's going to be hauled on some trailers, as seen in the upper right pictures. Next one, please. The municipal plan standards. So there are several pertaining sections in the municipal plan when it comes to the rezoning applications. There is like 1, 2, 3, and 4 sections of the municipal plan that need to be considered. So we already seen that the council should consider a request. We have a request. The rezoning request is in conformity with the municipal plan and does not put financial pressure or require additional services from the municipality. So services are already there. There is water and sewer. There is nothing need to be done from the municipality in order to accommodate this. So this item is met, and we are going to be more detailed into the section 11.2.1 and 4 and 1.5, because it is going to trigger a series of consideration and possible conditions. Next one, please. Okay, so this one is about in consideration of any other consideration elsewhere in the municipal plan and the zoning bylaw, we need to consider this item from A to H. Okay, so in orange that would be what's needed, and if there is conditions need to be addressed or not. Okay, so A, impacts on adjacent land use on the natural environment, including habitat and groundwater resources. So there is no impact on natural environment and groundwater. So we've been checking with government with maps. They provide us with some maps showing well field, watersheds, wetlands, and things like that. And there is none of that around the development. So there is no concern with water whatsoever. Item B is public safety. At the time of the building permit issuance, we will enforce building code. So the public safety will be met at that point. Item C is suitability of access roads and bridges. So we ask comments from DTI as well. So when a lot is changing of use, switching from residential to commercial, from commercial to industrial, sometimes an access permit may be required. At that time, comments from DTI is basically no comments. It's okay for them. So there is no safety issues. Suitability of the lot size to proposed use. So I already told that the lot is 22 acres. The minimum requirement as per the zoning bylaw is 1 acre. So we are way good. The lot is really big. And as one of the reasons, I guess, Mr. Orlet chose this lot to develop his facility. The compatibility of the proposed use and the scale of any building and structure to surrounding land use. That's basically switching to an industrial area. Sometimes when there is no height limits for industrial buildings, because we are considering first the utility of it. There is no aesthetic consideration, but in this case, you have a building that is it's changing the use. So it's a commercial building, not very high, far from the streets. There's no big impact from, and you know the building. I mean, you're driving around that quite often, so there is no nuisance, no visual nuisance with this building. Issues of nuisance include traffic, noise, and visual disturbance. So I guess we apply to those questions already. The maintenance of the character of the community. So Dalhousie have an industrial character and history. Some of you know that there was like a lot of industries here in Dalhousie. So there is a character, industrial character here, and bringing back some industrial use in Dalhousie is not a concern, especially when this is an existing building, not having such a visual impact. And the potential of pollution of earth, soil, and water. So there is no comments from GNB whatsoever. Usually we are asking where we're putting together these reports when we have a proposal like that for the Department of Environment and Local Government, and there's earth science, soil science, and water science. They're responding, saying we don't have any concern with that. So basically all green lights here from GNB. So several patent. What would be the next? Okay. So the municipal council shall consider imposition of terms and conditions. So item A will be the proposal and type of activity permitted. This is about build modular homes and get them ready for expedition on site. This is classified heavy industrial. Environment protection is not compromised, and the proximity of the production building with residences prompt to impose some visual screening. So we will see a bit later on that there is like 28 residences developed next to the lot, and there will be some conditions that may be imposed in order to mitigate a little bit the noise and the visual impact with those residences. Next slide, please. The portion of the lot which is subject to the application to amend the zoning bylaw. We need to consider what part of the lot is going to be impacted, but all of the 3 lots are going to be fully impacted here, but there is no condition. Really, we want to impose more than the one the developer already want to impose to himself, so he's going to use only the asphalted areas to display some trailers or already built houses ready to be shipped away. Okay. The site layout, so you saw that there's like a location plan that have been provided, so the developer specified that the existing asphalted area parking spaces is going to be used, so to stage metal frames, houses, and storage. There will be some outdoor storage eventually at some point. The scale, design, external design, and appearance of structure. So the project intends to use an existing building. There is no additional building anticipated, but still we can issue some permit for accessory building on another building if it's permitted by the zone where it's going to be rezoned. The building has an important footprint, but is far from the streets, so there is no impact on the appearance. It does not interfere with the proposed use. Next one, please. Setbacks and buffers. So this is a bit redundant. The municipal plan is really sharp and precise, and we have to answer all the questions, but setbacks are respected. The zoning bylaw is asking for 25 feet of setbacks, and we are more than 200 meters from each property line, so that's way good. So any outdoor storage, so we see into the zone that if there is some outdoor storage other than the staging of houses, there's a fence, a minimum 6 feet fence that is to be set there. So one of the conditions is that the fence, if there's some outdoor storage to be done there, need to be addressed. We need to consider hours and day of operation as well. So the proponent came with 2 different schedules, but I guess that the second one, that is going to be implemented. So that will be a 4-day repetition of 10 working hours, Monday to Thursday, and 3 days of 12 working hours from Friday to Saturday. So it's going to be a 7-day week scheduled for 76 hours. So a 7-day week shift may create nuisance and adjacent residence uses. We need to consider that. And the next one, landscaping and screening. So the land is already landscaped. So there's already lawn and trees and asphalt and light poles. There's an existing vegetal screening along the common property line with the lot 502444698, which is the residential development on Hawks Drive. So this vegetal screening should be maintained if it's compatible with the existing power lines. Sometimes you cannot grow trees under power lines, but if it's allowed to a certain extent, so we encourage and to keep it as a visual and noise buffer. In addition to that, a fence along the common property line should be installed. So I guess there's a little sketch after showing what would be the precise location of this fence. It should be 10 feet minimum in height. So can we have the next slide, please? So you can see there's two pictures. The one in the left corner, you can see the minimum distance between the building and the opening in the building and the residences in Oaks Drive. And in red on the right pictures, you can see the proposed extent of the fence, which is to limit noise and visual nuisance between the two different uses, industrial and residential. So that's in the draft bylaw that the municipal council is considering for them. Their wording saying that it should be imposed. Next one, please. I took some pictures in order to show the municipal council and the population. So you can see the building, the opening. The door is actually closed for now. And you can see like the bushes and the power line running along the common property line. Next one, please. Okay, so the limit on activity, I guess that would be the last item, on activities that might produce noise, smoke, odors, dust, vibration, and other nuisance. And so the northeast limit of the building is that one that can create the most nuisance with noise, vibration, and light glare. So the frames are made of metal and it could be noisy when you work around metal, more than wood. Welding can create some odors and light. So the manipulation of metal components can create some noise too and should be considered. So that's the reason why we would like to impose some conditions working in an enclosed building and the fence. Next one, please. That's inside the building, so that was like 5 months ago. Maybe there's some more machine and things into the building. Next one, please. Time limits within which any part of the specific proposal on terms and conditions shall be carried out. So the municipal council have the possibility to impose a timeline for someone to realize a project, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years. So you're not there forever. In this case, I guess there is no need. So it's already growing up and start to work a little bit. So there is no need from our comprehension to impose some conditions in that matter. Next one, please. So that was the last conditions listed in the municipal plan. Here's a sum up of the communication we had with the government of New Brunswick. So provincial and community planning ensures statement of public interest analysis is okay. Shortly, statement of public interest is a general frame imposed to all the municipalities saying that a minimum requirement need to be met for good development, agriculture, environment protection, and proper access. So we have to check all those boxes every time we have a rezoning application, and it's up to all the minimum requirements. So it passed the test, basically. Climate change adaptation, no comments. Agriculture's no comments. There is no environmental aspect assessment required, which is a good thing because it could be costly and long time consuming. No comments from environment and local government. department, air quality, like I was saying at the beginning of this presentation, water course, there's no problem, and transportation either. So we're good. Next one, please. So statement, so I explain you that. Next, please. So following amendments are, so the nature of the project, the proposed location and its surround, as well as intent of the rural plan steers to the following recommendation. So it would be to modify the designation of the municipal plan of the PID 501A2013, 501A2021, and 500561667 from highway commercial unassigned and industrial designation, which will be the first step. And then for the new proposed zone, which is the second step, so that would be for us to recommend for the same lot to switch from highway commercial HC zone to heavy industrial H2. With some condition to the municipal council terms may impose and restrain the permitted uses on the lands to manufacturing, fabricating, and storage of modular homes. One of the use permitted in the light industrial I1 zone, such as an office and warehouse. The list of conditions that will be more precisely detailed into the draft bylaws that the municipal council have to consider. So a fence high and long enough should be installed between the land intended to rezone and residential use next to the lot. Production activities should be conducted in a building completely enclosed, which is a condition that you can find into light industrial zones. Outdoor staging areas should be limited to already asphalted areas. Outdoor storage should be entirely fenced, other than staging of a house. Outdoor lights should be directed onward lot. CCTV cameras should not be able to collect images from adjacent properties. Production schedules and work shifts should not create nuisance for residences next to the lot, and the new use shall meet pertaining provision of the National Building Code. And that's it for the presentation.
Thank you, Nicolas. Merci. As-tu reçu des questions ou des comment from the neighbors? Did you get any question or from the neighbors?
Pas de questions ou de commentaires. No questions or comments on
Nothing?
these matters since our last meeting before Christmas.
Okay, from the public, do you have any question? Yeah, Gail?
À ce moment-là, on va voir avec eux quelle est la nature de leurs commentaires et est-ce que ça implique un arrêt ou des adaptations. Est-ce que c'est très exactement. Par exemple, si le ministère du Transport nous avait dit qu'il y avait un problème en termes d'accès, il aurait fallu un permis adapté. Et nous, on recommande au conseil municipal d'imposer cette condition avant de donner nos permis. Vous devez obtenir le permis du ministère du Transport avant que les permis de construction soient émis. Ça, c'est pas la première étape. La première étape, ça va être de mettre le rapport ensemble. Ensuite, on va consulter le ministère. Alors là, on a toutes les informations avec éventuellement des modifications à faire. Et on sait à peu près comment est-ce qu'on doit rédiger le projet qui doit être considéré. Et à partir de là, on va aller devant notre commission. Donc là, il y a déjà une étape qui est publique, mais c'est seulement les gens qui vivent à 60 mètres autour du projet. Donc il y a une lettre qui est circulée. Une fois que notre commission a fait sa recommandation au conseil municipal, là vous avez un plan et un arrêté de zonage. Donc il y a deux processus publics avec des avis qui sont mis sur le site municipal avant et qui laissent la possibilité aux gens de s'exprimer après par écrit ou qui donnent la date de ces audiences publiques pour que les gens puissent venir s'exprimer. Ça peut être fait aussi avec des journaux locaux. C'est une possibilité. La loi dit que ça peut être fait d'une manière ou de l'autre. Donc sur le site municipal, pas le site Facebook de la municipalité, le site municipal. Mais selon la loi, sur le site, ça fonctionne. Exactement.
Ça, c'est des minimums, là. Parce que, est-ce que ça peut être changé ou est-ce que, disons, comment ça pourrait être changé? Ça, c'est le raisonnage, on dirait, oh non, c'est trop proche. On veut que ça soit.
Si on veut changer les distances qui sont imposées dans une zone, il faut amender le plan. Donc tous les projets qui arrivent dans cette zone-là devront se mettre à cette nouvelle distance, mais ça prend de pas travailler seulement sur un terrain, sur l'ensemble de l'arrêté de zonage. Maintenant, changer les distances pour un projet avec un bâtiment existant, ça voudrait dire de bouger le bâtiment.
Ouais, non, mais ça, c'est juste que c'était des questions, je savais pas d'où ça venait comme des minimums, là. C'est des standards ou c'est.
Ah, vous avez raison, j'aurais peut-être dû le préciser. Je l'ai dit à l'oral, le minimum c'est 25 pieds dans une zone industrielle de chaque limite de terrain. Et là, au plus proche, on a 30 mètres si je me trompe, et on a 50 mètres avec la prochaine maison. Donc les minimums sont rencontrés. Comme on considère qu'il y a une proximité de résidence, c'est pour ça qu'on recommande l'imposition de garder les arbres, de mettre une clôture en plus.
Puis, quand vous contactez les gens qui disent, ceux-là qui sont vraiment proches.
C'est dans 60 mètres autour des limites de propriété. Donc tous les lots qui sont pris là-dedans nous indiquent, on envoie un courrier à ces personnes-là. Ils peuvent se présenter à la réunion de la commission qui fait ces recommandations. Donc ils peuvent communiquer avec les commissaires qui prennent leurs décisions et les commissaires ensuite transmettent leur avis au conseil municipal qui la considère.
Est-ce qu'il y a d'autres questions? Oui.
Just a quick one.
Sure.
Transportation, there's a lot of materials coming in and out to build these things. What sort of transportation timeline do you have? How many, and these are very heavy trucks as well. You're transporting steel and fabricated homes. Just talk to me about transportation a little bit. How many trucks a week?
Well, there is no precise numbers. We've been asking those kind of questions to the developers, saying, are you going to use Miller Boulevard access? Are you going to use Darlington Boulevard mainly? He said, so that would be Darlington Boulevard mainly, okay. And Miller Boulevard could be used for some deliveries, but trucks hauling houses are going to access the Highway 11 from Darlington Road. So we transmit this information and the report to DTI. I have all this information and they provide comments accordingly. So that's
Talking with the developer, he said that he's going to use the ramp in Hamilton for the train if it needed. And the transport, I think the heaviest house they build is 30,000 pounds. So on a truck, it's not, they can go up to 45, so they're okay. Yeah. Any more question? Good question? Yes?
Hey, I'm Counselor D from Mill River Bar, and I'm just curious if you're going to consult more than just the homeowners that are within the 60 meters, because we have 27 homes within that subdivision, plus a brand new splash pad that's adjacent to this. I heard that your operation hours are going to be 76 hours. Is that?
that's the intent, yes.
That, with the splash pad being a community asset, I feel like our whole community should be consulted on this. And where this is an industrial project, it impedes in everything that the government is putting in place right now with reconciliation and everything else. Industry, you gotta come consult with the First Nations and the rights holders of this land.
I agree.
Yes.
Dee, where's the splash pad exactly going to be?
If you took a drive on like that subdivision,
Like by Hawks?
yeah, it's between the subdivision and the mall.
So it's already there. Okay. So between Hawks and, I'm trying to picture. Okay, yes, I know what you mean, right behind.
Nicola, that's the place where the wall's supposed to be, huh? There's going to be
so
yeah.
we know, and that's one of the reasons of this fence and in these conditions is because we know that there is already 27 or 28 houses there, and at the step of the planning review and adjustment committee, our commission, we send letters. So but we should go with Service New Brunswick registered owners. So for Hawks Drive lot, we have to consult with Indian Affairs and Northern Development Canada. So we send a letter there. I understand, but I would be outside of this.
Industrial project has the duty to consult with First Nations people who are stakeholders of this land and the original people of this land.
Okay.
Were people consulted about that fence, the people that live there?
Sorry.
The people who live there, the indigenous people that live there, those homes, the fence, was that brought up to them that that was gonna be their new view?
Next to the existing trees, yes.
So I live on Tremblay Street, and to think that only 60 square meters will be impacted by the sounds and the movement and the traffic, I would also request that the radius of this project, I'm very much in favor of current employment for the people of the community, but I'm not even sure, is this rezone based on a rental or is this a sale of a project? Do we ever rezone property based on a potential company? Because this, to my knowledge, hasn't been sold.
That's something we are not going to consider. The commercial model is not part of something we could consider.
You're considering a rezone request
Mhm.
based on a person that potentially doesn't even own property in their community? Am I correct in assuming that?
Yes, so we have forms that we have an applicant and asking for the actual owner agreement. So we have both application. So after that, they can take some agreement saying if the reasoning is going through, I'm going to purchase, or I don't know what's there. But this is something I should not consider into my personal ethic consideration. But they can do whatever they want.
Yep.
I just wanted to say that, I'm not bilingual, so when a conversation is strictly in French, I have no idea what is being said. Somebody should like recap that or something for people that don't understand.
Okay.
Because I can't, like, if my question was, I'm not criticizing people for speaking their language, I'm just saying, for me that doesn't, if I want to ask a question, I don't even know if it was already asked. I have no idea. I couldn't tell you what was said whatsoever. So can someone tell me what was said? Because I would like to know.
Okay. You mean the concerning the first question? It was yeah, yeah.
Response, like the whole deal. I have no idea what was
I
said.
asked them if, they said that there was consultation there with all those departments, you know, the slide. And I asked them there was seemed to be nobody against that, you know, every department. But I would ask them if there were departments or something, I don't know, something in the environment or something, if, what would happen if there would be some, you know, problems, they see problems with, I don't know, it was all different departments, it was on one of the slides. What would happen if there was certain criteria, they say, oh, no, well, you know. And the other things I asked, the bare minimums of, how far from a residential area, they have the bare minimums all the time. And I was wondering if those bare minimums, where they came from, are they standard, provincial standards? And if it's only bare minimums, who can change those bare minimums? If a project comes up and they say, well, no, we don't want bare minimums, we want more than the bare minimum. And that's one of the questions I asked. And I guess that's basically what I had, what my questions were.
Okay, thank you. Then I do have a question then, now
Yeah.
that I know what you said. Okay, so my question is, obviously this is gonna impact the traffic. So who's gonna pay if we need traffic, like lights and things like that? Who's paying for that?
We've been asking questions to DTI, Department of Transportation, regarding the additional traffic.
They had no concern.
They have no concern.
Nobody's brought it up as a concern that this is a potential thing that's gonna happen because, yes, you know, you're looking at an accident waiting to happen, so you need to like pre-plan for that.
Are you talking about the 134 when you get out to get to the Route 11? The coming out of the 134?
Well, obviously there's gonna be trucks and cars.
Yeah.
There's gonna be employees, there's gonna be shipments
Mm.
in and out.
But it's not going to be.
Some kind of like traffic lights or something.
Yeah, but long time ago it used to be a shopping mall and there was way a lot more
Well,
traffic
that's a
then.
shopping mall, it's
yeah.
not the same thing.
Mhm.
We're talking about an industrial company here.
Yeah.
So it's totally different.
I can't say how many trucks there'll be, but it's hard to say. There'll,
Well,
yep,
then maybe somebody should consider that or look into it or something maybe?
yeah.
If I may, recently I addressed a rezoning, switching from residential to commercial, and so basically it was like a massage in a private residence, and the applicant have to change, to apply for a permit to switch it from residential access to commercial access. So if there is a concern, DTI is addressing it. In this case, they consider Darlington Road as a road that can support some heavy trucks, and it's next to the highway. So if a concern have raised, they should have let us know.
They should have let you know.
Well, I mean that's their duty.
Okay, so they can still let you know that then.
I mean they tell us no comments. So basically everything is good on their hand.
Ba-
Because
yeah.
if you guys are creating this environment, you should be responsible for that.
Basically, when you get out of the place there, you're almost on Route 11. You just cross the road and you're on Route 11. So, yeah, go ahead, Ken.
Good evening.
Yeah.
Based on the report that was just based on the report that was just given to us, if you notice inside there was conditions that councilors, this council and the next council can make on this site once it gets up in operation. Regarding the trucks coming in and out, there's two things. If the council or the residents in this specific area have some serious concerns about the truck movement, we can change the bylaw, or not the bylaw, but we can change the conditions inside there. We can say that they have to have their deliveries made at a certain time, where we have the least amount of impact on the truck, on the traffic impact going in and out. We can also, and I have to understand, a lot of people don't realize that a transport truck, fully loaded transport truck, has less impact on the road allowance than a dump truck, and even almost a car, a residential car, because the tire tread width of the tires that are on the transport truck, they have 18 wheels on there, have less impact on the road allowance. So therefore, that's not going to have an impact on our infrastructure. But what I'm trying to say is that we can limit the timelines that the trucks go in and out, the deliveries are made in and out, if it becomes a serious concern for the residents in the close proximity. These are the things that can be done. This is a new company that's coming into our community, is providing a great deal of jobs. They've done their due diligence, and touching base on another resident that spoke today, that company's put in over $1 million into that building already. I don't believe they're walking. I believe they're here to stay, to provide a good positive service to our community, and I'm looking forward to seeing the first house come off the assembly line. Thank you.
Yeah, okay.
Some people will remember that at one time there was over 500 trucks a day, tandem trucks that came back and forth from your river to the housing.
I remember.
500 trucks a day. All this nonsense talking about trucks on that road is going nowhere. We had that before. Some people are new to this community. You never seen the trucks coming into the mill. You never seen them, no, for a matter of fact. There's over 500 trucks a day, tandems, that travel back and forth.
So true.
Concerns about things is not a deterrent for jobs. That's not what she's saying. I think she's just saying that there are certain concerns, and certain counselors are responsible for maintaining them, especially with the Eel River Bar community and everything else.
Yeah.
It's not a deterrent for jobs to have concerns about certain things.
Just to say that we follow the law, the recommendation of the Planning Commission, and we did all the steps. Yes?
You said you did all this stuff, but we've yet to still be consulted with the Eel River Bar. Maybe we should have a government-to-government, council-to-council meeting at some point about this project. This is gonna deeply impact our community.
It would be nice if one of the counselors from yours was on this council here, but that's just an idea.
Yeah. I'm planning to have sometime a meeting, but just not concerning this, but concerning other stuff with the River Bar First Nation and our council for sure. Okay. Okay. Any more questions? If none, thank you. Nicolas, j'oublie tout son nom. Thank you very much. And I hope this project goes through. It's a good project for the area. Okay, we're up to a statement from a member of council. I'll start with mine. December 17, I visit the company Azura with the federal deputy Guillaume Deschaines. Then we did a presentation at the CRC, Restigouche Hospital in Campbellton, to give them a little gift for the job they did all year in the hospital. Also had a meeting with the safety committees, Comité de Sécurité Publique. Also had a meeting with Guillaume Deschaines also concerning other business in our municipality. And a meeting on the 17th also with the Foyer de Soins de Dalhousie Nursing Home for possibility of a project also. December 18, there was an open door at the National River Bar. I was there, and I had a talk then with the chief. He knows about the project, just to let you know. Yeah, and it was a great day. We were able to visit all the inside of the building and the council and ask questions. It was good. There was a few councillors that went there too. On the 18th, I had a special meeting for the Snowbird, which is going to be here on the 22nd, 23rd of August in Charlotte. So that's going to be a great thing for us, for the airport, for our region. The 29th, we had a special meeting for the budget. December 15, I had a meeting with primary health. C'est la santé primaire à l'hôpital de Dalhousie ici. We're trying to have more publicity, show the people what all the service there is here in the Dalhousie Hospital, and a lot of people don't know, and we're trying to find a way to educate the people on that. On the 17th, it was the Gala des Entrepreneurs in Campbellton, the banquet for the business, and it was a very good night there, and the meeting tonight. I would like to inform the Erin Bay population that I will not be candidate for the mayor of 11 May on the 11th of May election, and also I won't be putting my name for councillor either. So it's been 28 years, and that'll be the end of my political career. J'aimerais informer la population de Bédéron que je ne me présenterai pas comme maire ni conseiller à l'élection du mois de mai 2026. Ça fait 28 ans et je mets fin à ma vie politique à la fin au mois de mai. Any other councillor want to have a statement to say? Ken? No? Nobody? Okay. Okay, report and recommendation from committees. Start with a protective service committee. Lisa.
All right, it should be short and sweet tonight. I'll go as quick as I can. So looking at the SPCA report, looking at the SPCA report, there was a few small incidents. I'm sure you've all had a chance to read them, but nothing that really stood out. It was actually quite quiet. It's not in the report, but I know that the SPCA did have quite a few adoptions over Christmas. They had a lot of reference calls that were made, so I do know that there's some new pets in some great homes, so that's always nice to see. Any questions about the SPCA report? All right, so moving on to the Dalhousie Fire Department. They responded to 8 incidents during this time period, so December 4th to December 28th. Just a few examples: a water leak in an apartment, motor vehicle accident, a report of carbon monoxide, and 2 other motor vehicle accidents. So quite a quiet month. For fire practice, they had fire practice on December 2nd and December 16th. And that's all for the Dalhousie Fire Department report this month. Any questions? All right, moving along. The Charlotte Fire Department, they responded to 7 calls, 5 motor vehicle accidents, and 2 incidents involving extreme weather, and with down power lines. Equipment, they're still waiting on a few items in their order. They received 8 new masks and received a donation of 2 10-pound and 3 5-pound fire extinguishers to be used in house and fire hall on their apparatuses. So that was a nice donation. They continued with some of their basic readiness training and also did a live burn training in the training container, and that was a success. They participated in a few activities such as the Santa Claus Parade and the Charlotte Santa Claus Parade and Food Drive, and we're giving out treats to the kids. And they were also delivering the food to the food bank on December 15th. They had their annual banquet recognizing 2025, they have an upcoming annual banquet recognizing the 2025 Charlotte Department on February 7th at the Fire Hall. And I believe they're looking at next year combining the fire departments for these activities. And with the membership, there's 23 active members with new recruits pending and 2 junior firefighters attending as well. Any questions on the Charlotte sector? All right, thank you.
We have some recognition that this coming up this year, so we'll find a date or place to do that special thing. One member, I think, is 60 year. Yeah. Thank you, Councillor Bessie.
That's all, thanks.
Public Work, Councillor Chartin.
Thank you. My report for the month is, of course, I attended the Christmas parade, which was very nice and cold, as everybody remembers. Spoke with many residents throughout the month. 2 separate meetings I arranged and had a meeting with the MLA inside town to discuss Ward 3 and how we can work with the province to do some infrastructure upgrades to the provincial roads that are inside our ward. In Ward 3 area, there's some laneways and some streets in there that are still under the jurisdiction of the province, and so we're trying to find ways of getting them upgraded because they're in desperate need. And I also met with the MP on December 17th. I discussed with him concerns I have regarding about the federal budget that came down, and asked him to provide me with some updates on a bunch of all the grants that we can get as a town. Grants that we can get to enhance our town, either through grants of some sort. So we discussed quite a few grants, and he gave me a good list of stuff to research. So, and of course, I attended the budget meeting by Zoom on December 29th, as most people are aware. I was away on holidays, and so I just want to address this to this town and to the people in this room right now. I had a scheduled holiday booked for months ahead, and as such, I still felt it was very important that I was part of that budget meeting, so I requested to be zoomed in to give my vote. So, as you may or may not aware, I actually placed my vote on December 29th. Thank you. That's my report. Now,
Thank you, Councillor
No,
Chartin.
that's just my report. Now I'm going to go to the Public Works
Okay.
reports. Okay. Sorry?
No talking, please.
For the monthly report for the housing sector with Transportation Department, there was winter road and sidewalk maintenance. They helped with the Christmas parade. They flooded outdoor rinks, cleaned snow around the town hall, library, museum, and the town garage. They hauled snow from Victoria to Renfrew, and they hauled snow from Adelaide to Hull to George. The utility department performed the regular checks at the water treatment plant and wastewater stations, cleaned screens at the turbine, winterized the museum. There was a water break on Queen Street. There was a water leak at the arena. They fixed a water cut on Queen Street, and they cleared snow around the fire hydrants around the town. For the Charlotte section, they unplugged a ditch for the Goulet Point, trimmed the low-hanging branches on the dam road, flooded the outdoor rink, cleaned snow around the buildings, lift stations, lagoon, and pump station, and cleaned snow around the fire hydrants. And the water and wastewater section performed checks at the water station, lagoon, and for regular monthly maintenance on the systems. That's my report, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Councillor Chartrand. Park and Recreation, Councillor Haché.
Il n'y a pas de rapport, officiel pour ce mois-ci.
Okay.
Because our director was in and out for the last month. But j'ai été à l'Arena et j'ai été voir les employés à 2-3 reprises. And the employees told me that everything is going well. So there are no major problems. And actually a lot of nice activities are going on. So you put
Hockey games seem busy.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of people. Actually, maybe we should try to consider parking on the side streets, but to leave enough space for people to travel between the cars. Yeah, because it's people have so much. There's so many cars. Il y a tellement d'autos que je sais qu'il y a des gens qui ont été obligés de stationner au phare. People actually parked at the lighthouse. So that means how congested it is. But if people could just consider when they park, put your car as far as possible from the center. Okay?
Good idea. Yeah, okay. Anything else?
Non, c'est pour ça.
Thank you, Councillor Chartrand.
No, that's
Councillor Haché.
Insulte-moi pas.
Councillor Hash, I just want to touch base on about that last point you said about parking. It's been brought to my attention a few times that people have been parking in front of the fire hydrants, and that could become a very dangerous situation. And so as such, I would respectfully ask the residents in our community to be very careful when they do that, because again, a fire is a fire, and if they got to get to it somehow, some way, so maybe they can be a little bit more diligent when they're parking for the hockey games. Thank you.
Please, no talking during a meeting, please. Thank you. Any more questions? Personal and bylaw, Councillor Pelletier.
As requested by Councillor Chartrand at our last meeting, he had asked how many closed files there have been worked on by the bylaw officers. And as you can see in the report, there's listed that there's 9 closed files. So just a few examples. You'll see that there's a theme, if you read through that, in all of them, that there's been a no compliance with the owner. So it kind of all, that's where it's all started, with no compliance, and then it led to the file basically being taken care of. So for example, one of the items, one of the properties, thank you. A file was opened on this property due to a vacant, abandoned dwelling with structural issues as per engineer findings. No compliance with the owner after a notice to comply was issued. So that eventually, with the many steps from beginning to end, ended in a full demolition and cleaning report done. Another example, a file was opened due to debris remaining on a property after a house fire. So again, a notice to comply was issued immediately after the first inspection. No compliance was obtained or communication with the owner. So that eventually led to the cleanup, and now that file is closed. So 9 examples of files that were open and closed, a lot of work in between. But like I said, the theme is there. It always kind of started with a notice to comply with no communication. So there's definitely always that option to communicate, and yeah, it led to those files being closed. Any questions on the report?
Thank you, Councillor Pelletier.
Thank you.
Community Development and Planning, Councillor Chartrand.
Thank you. Please find and close the summary report of building and development permits used on the territory of the Regional Service Commission during the year of 2025, and the construction report for permits issued to the town of Huron Bay during the month of December. 2 permits were issued in December for a grand total of $11,000. One was issued for a location of a cottage, and one was issued for the demolition of a garage. Pertaining to the second part of it, the overall summary for the 2025 from the Regional Service Commission for permits that were issued were 24 in Charlotte, 45 in Dalhousie, 5 in Chaleur, 6 in Dalhousie Junction, and 6 in Portland Inlet, for a total of 86. Is that the number?
Yep.
It's hard to read it.
Yep, 86.
Sorry. And for the Beta Heron, for building permits for larger facilities, there was 2 in Charlotte, 5 in Dalhousie, 1 in Chaleur, for a total of 8. And that's the report.
Thank you, Councillor Chartrand. For the finance and general government, there's no report. The CEO was off today and 2 days last week, so we'll have one next meeting. Request and motion and resolution. Rezoning 200 Renfrew Street Plain. We need a presentation date and also a public hearing date, and that's another request altogether. It's nothing to do with what we talked about a while ago. It's Renfrew Street is where Évariste Diot is planning to have his condo built there. There's a section that we close a road and we have to change it. It's another thing. So, Councillor Pelletier.
Rezoning 200 Renfrew Street plan presentation date. Whereas the Heron Bay Council intends to make bylaw number 805-2602, entitled a bylaw to amend bylaw number 805-08, Town of Dalhousie Municipal Plan bylaw, in order to permit the following amendment and use. Amend the municipal plan as follows. Change the land use designation of the property located at 200 Renfrew Street, having PID 503-66921, an additional parcel of land, formerly an undeveloped portion of Harcourt Street, from highway commercial and not designated to residential. The purpose of this municipal plan amendment is to permit a rezoning of the same lands to multiple residential to allow an 8-unit row housing style apartment building. Be it resolved that the public presentation of the proposed amendment to the municipal plan take place during the regular public meeting that will start at 7 p.m. on Tuesday, February 17th, 2026, in the council chambers of the Heron Bay Town Hall, 111 Hall Street, Dalhousie. Number 2, the clerk, acting on behalf of the council, see that the public notice prescribed in Section 25 of the Community Planning Act is posted on the municipality's website to announce the council's intention, the day and place of the public presentation, and number 3, the opportunity to make objections to the council regarding the proposed municipal plan amendment within 30 days of the date of the public presentation by forwarding them to the clerk at Town Hall. That's a new one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can make a motion now to make a.
Yes,
now
I
and
move.
Moved by Councillor Pelletier. Do we have a seconder for the date? Seconded by Councillor Wash. Any question? Everybody in favor say aye. Aye. Against nay. Motion is carried. Now we're up to the public hearing date.
Do you want me to continue?
Yeah.
Okay. Rezoning 200 Renfrew Street public hearing date. Whereas the council intends to make bylaw number 805-2602, entitled a bylaw to amend bylaw number 805-08, Town of Dalhousie Municipal Plan bylaw, and bylaw number 806-26-02, entitled a bylaw to amend bylaw number 806-11, Town of Dalhousie zoning bylaw, in order to permit the following amendments and use. Amend the municipal plan as follows. Change the land use designation of the property located at 200 Renfrew Street, having PID 503-66921, and an additional parcel of land, formerly an undeveloped portion of Harcourt Street, from highway commercial and not designated to residential. The purpose of this municipal plan amendment is to permit a rezoning of the same lands to multiple residential to allow an 8-unit row housing style apartment building. Be it resolved that 1, the clerk, acting on behalf of the council, see that the public notice prescribed in Section 111 of the Community Planning Act is posted on the municipality's website to announce the council's intention, the day and place for the consideration of objections to the proposed bylaws. Number 2, Consideration of objections to the proposed bylaws take place during the special council meeting that will start at 7 p.m. on Monday, March 23rd, 2026, in the council chamber of the Heron Bay Town Hall, 111 Hall Street, Dalhousie. I move.
Moved by Councillor Pelletier. Do we have a seconder? Seconded by Councillor Haché. Question? Everybody in favor say aye. Against nay? It's carried. Okay, now we're up to the rezoning of 110 Plaza Boulevard, bylaw number 805-26-01 and 806-2601. First, we'll start with the first reading. Councillor Pelletier?
Rezoning 110 Plaza Boulevard, bylaw number 805-26-01 and 806-26-01, first and second reading by title. That council give first reading by title to bylaw number 805-2601, a bylaw to amend bylaw number 805-08, a municipal plan bylaw, and first reading by title to bylaw number 806-26-01, a bylaw to amend bylaw number 806-11, a zoning bylaw. That council give second reading. Can I continue?
No.
Oh, wait, so I move.
Yeah, moved by Councillor Pelletier. Do we have a seconder? Yep. Seconded by Councillor Chatra. Question. Everybody in favor say aye.
Aye.
Against nay? Motion is carried. Okay, now we are, by the law, we're allowed to do the second reading.
Rezoning 110 Plaza Boulevard, bylaw number 805-2601 and 806-2601, second reading by title. That council give second reading by title to bylaw number 805-2601, a bylaw to amend bylaw number 805-08, a municipal plan bylaw, and second reading by title to bylaw number 806-2601, a bylaw to amend bylaw number 806-11, a zoning bylaw. I move.
Moved by Councillor Pelletier. Do we have a seconder? Seconded by Councillor Good. Question? Everybody in favor say aye.
Aye.
Against nay? Motion is carried. Now it's the first and second reading been done. If council is in agreement, we are allowed to have the third reading in 24 hours, like tomorrow night. If it's okay with the council, tomorrow night at 8 o'clock we'll have a special meeting open to the public just to do the third reading. Vita, is it okay with the council? Sure. Okay. Is it, Madam Clerk, is that good? Good.
What time is it?
Yeah, maybe it would be better to have a motion for that. Can I have a motion? Proposé par le conseiller Haché that we have a special meeting tomorrow night concerning the third reading of the amendment. Do we have a seconder? Seconded by Councillor Wash. Question? Everybody in favor say aye.
Aye.
Against nay? Motion is carried. Okay, now it's up to Les Éloises 2026. It's a sponsorship program that we were asked to, if you want to be, if you want a sponsor, and it's going to be in Hamilton from the 13th to the 18th, I think, right? 16. 13 to the 16, and it's all the French. It's mostly French. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
I'm going to do it in English, and Jean-Robert's going to do it in French. From May 13th to the 16th, 2026, the Hamilton regional community will come alive with the energy of Les Éloises. Since 1998, with the support of numerous partners, the Canadian Association of Professional Artists of New Brunswick, that's AAAPNB, has organized this major event to celebrate artistic excellence and showcase the talent and creation of a Canadian professional artist. As a large-scale multidisciplinary event, oh my God, that long, Les Éloises offer résidents a rich and diverse lineup of activities, culminating in the prestigious Soirée des Éloises. This televised awards ceremony, broadcast live across Canada, honors our artists and celebrates excellence in all artistic fields. The event national reach shines a spotlight on Acadian art, benefiting the host community, the province, and all of our partners. Several days of festivities where art filled public spaces and is open to everyone. A televised award night broadcast nationwide. Thousands of participants of all ages and backgrounds, hands-on initiatives and inspire and nurture creativity among youth in every school across the Francophone Northeast and Northwest districts. Nearly 5,000 young people took part in workshops and artistic activities during the last edition. Tangible benefits for local businesses and partners, and a robust media presence that shines a spotlight on our artists and partners.
By the way, if you wonder what Éloise means, it's when you have lightning in the distance, like a flashing lightning. And when you don't hear the thunder, but you see the lightning, that's Éloise.
All right. Okay.
That's the symbol. Du 13 au 16 mai 2026, la population des communautés régionales de Campbellton vibrera au rythme des Éloises. Depuis 1998, grâce à l'appui de nombreux partenaires, l'Association acadienne des artistes professionnels du Nouveau-Brunswick produit cet événement majeur qui célèbre l'excellence artistique et met en valeur le talent des artistes professionnels des Acadiens et Acadiennes ainsi que de leur création. Manifestation multidisciplinaire d'envergure, les Éloises offrent aux citoyens et citoyennes de la région une programmation riche et variée avant de culminer en beauté avec la prestigieuse Soirée des Éloises. Cette cérémonie de remise de prix, télévisée et diffusée en direct partout au Canada, rend hommage à nos artistes et célèbre l'excellence dans toutes les disciplines. La portée nationale de l'événement contribue au rayonnement de l'art acadien et bénéfice de la communauté d'accueil de la province et de l'ensemble de nos partenaires. Alors, je pense qu'on propose d'être des commanditaires.
Oui.
So, they're asking us for some sponsorship. I think if you saw the different categories,
There's a chart there.
yeah, there's a list of all the sponsorship. I would suggest at least $500,
Mhm.
which gives us, I think you can tell us what it entails.
It entails there's two tickets for the Éloise evening, and there's two other tickets for. They say Éloise. It must be for two for the activities and two for the evening, Éloise evening.
Also
And
will
then-
be in their website.
It's going to be the street display. It says.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also will be on the website.
Website and social media.
Yeah, on the website and social media.
And I heard that they're going to be going in school also. So
Oh yeah,
it's I think it's a good thing for our region because like just I know like the ABBs, they're from Dalhousie and Écarlate. It's all young people that is from the R&B, so they
Mhm.
could be in there. We don't know. So up to the council. Do you make that a motion?
yes.
Okay, it's been moved by Jean-Robert Haché that we sponsor $500. Do we have a seconder? Seconded by Councillor Good. Question? Everybody in favor say aye.
Aye.
Against nay. Motion is carried. Moving on to the trackless tractor purchase. On October 20th, we asked the CEO to get some quotation, and you received them. And you'll see in the quotation that usually we go with the lowest quotation, but the standards equipment is the same machine as we have here now, and we can reuse the attachment. All the attachment there we want to fit on this tractor. The other one, the Atlantic Coastline equipment, they have to be modified to put the attachment on, and the cost for the modification would be more costly than the Sandler equipment. So up to the council. I will need a motion.
Propose.
The amount is the Sanders equipment is $182,000, and the Atlantic Coast equipment was $172,889. It's about a 9,000 different, but the cost of modification would be more than the 9,000, and we're not sure it would fit well with the equipment. So, did you make a motion? Do you want to make a motion?
I'll do it.
Hey?
Is our recommendation that the council motion to approve the purchase from Sanders Equipment in the amount of $182,000 plus HST, and that it is paid for by the General Capital Reserve Fund and explained in October.
So it's been moved by Councillor Good that we go with Sanders Equipment at $182,000 plus HST. Do we have a seconder? Seconded by Councillor Chartrand. Question? Everybody in favor say aye. Against, nay. Motion is carried. Now, budget for water and sewage. You all received the budget. We already passed I think it was in December. We passed the increase was 3%, and this is the budget for 2026. Water sewage is pretty well straightforward. No big change. It's up to the council. I will need a motion.
Did you want me to read it in here?
You can read, yeah.
Says electrical. Do you want me to do the other one first? The water loans, interest and debentures is 20,000. Interest and debentures is 20,000. Principal payment 118,217. Sewers loans, interest on debentures 20,381. Principal payment 179,783. Short-term interest 15,000. Bank services charge, that was a cost from the PNB paying online, $45,000. Deficit for 2024 was 50,840. To transfer to reserve balance 17,440 for this is just its balance. So total fiscal is 466,661. And I have the budget for the electrical for the turbine.
Maybe we can make a motion for that one.
You want to do the motion for that?
Okay. So you make that a motion?
Yes, I do.
Okay. It's been moved by Councillor Good. Do we have a seconder? Seconded by Councillor Wash. Question? Everybody in favor say aye.
Aye.
Against nay. Motion is carried. Now we're up to the budget for the electricity. That's the turbine we have here, and that's producing electricity that we sell to NB Power. So, Councillor Good.
It's the budget for the electrical turbine. The sales to NB Power was 85,000. Surplus for 2024 was 56,495. So total revenue of 141,495. The expenses for the salary, maintenance of staff 2,500. Liability insurance 2,608. Telephone, that's the alarm system 3,000. Power to building 6,000. The maintenance 40,212. So a total of 54,320.
Okay. You see, this year we had a problem. We had to get the technician here, and it was very costly. But it's running good, and it was down for a while also because the Charlot Dam was too low. So we lost a bit of money there. So do you want to make that a motion?
Yes, I do.
It's been moved by Councillor Good. Do we have a second? Seconded by Councillor Pelletier. Question? Everybody in favor say aye.
Aye.
Against nay. Motion is carried. Okay. Nomination from appointment to the committee. There's none. We're up to adjournment. It's been moved by Councillor Jean-Robert Haché. Thank you very much. Do you have any question?